Not sure if you can all hear me yet, folks, but I am just setting up, so bear with me. Traffic was a bit beyond the usual. That's saying something, because it's normally terrible anyway. Just setting up our various bits of equipment here. Christ alive. Put that in there. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Hello everybody on the chat. I'll be with you in just a second. Just completing our setup, but we didn't want to miss that. A bit noisy, isn't it? Let's bring that down. That's a bit better. Okay. Nearly there, folks. You won't believe how much we have to do to get things going here now. Still wrestling with an Android tablet, the bane of my life every week. Every week, folks. Man, oh man. Tell me one of these is YouTube, please. $12.20. Talk about better late than ever. Sorry, folks. Right. Welcome. Welcome. Hello, Alison from Portishead, local up the road. Nice to have your company. Hello, Kevin. Hello, ZK. And welcome anybody else who hasn't chatted yet. Welcome to the show. We are 09 arrivals and departures here at Bristol today. Looks like a bit of Jet 2 action there, doesn't it? We're a fair distance on the arrival touchdown spot here, so you will get a bit of heat haze, but we'll do our best. We also have a field in front of us which is privately owned, so what I'm going to try and do is make sure that we don't sort of feature people in that field, which may be a bit tricky with the 09s, obviously a bit easier with the takeoffs. There's your Jet 2 arrival anyway. A nice marina. You know, I've driven through Portishead, but I've never actually had the pleasure of doing anything there. I drove in, I drove out. It's a bit silly really, isn't it? Here we are then, on a beautiful, beautiful day here at the Common. The weather provided by our friends at Radarbox shows 17, but I would say it's warmer than that, if I'm honest with you. And why wouldn't I be honest with you? Lots going on today. We've kind of arrived here at the point I think will be the busiest little spot during the day. I'm also going to turn on now. This might be a terrible idea. I've been working on some technology to try and bring details of all the arrivals as they come in, which means I don't have to sit here and pop it up. It should be automatic. Let's see how it works. I'm going to have a go. I'm turning this on with some trepidation, and we'll see how that goes. But if we get some silly messages coming up on the screen, which will be, by the way, down to my ridiculous programming and not anything else, not our wonderful partners at Radarbox, it might be, I might add, because they've been so brilliant for us. Next in on the arrivals, looking at this, I think probably in a couple of minutes will be the Alicante service. Yeah, I can see that on approach now actually. So now the question is, will it pop up? Will you see a pop-up for Alicante using Radar's amazing data? Radarbox, sorry. There's the... let's see if we can get the arrival. Just a reminder as ever that the streams are on a delay here. For the purpose of security and cooperation with our friends at the airport. ZX, I live near a little settlement called Pahi, North Island, New Zealand. Well, it's amazing to have a visitor from New Zealand. Congratulations. Blimey, get the teeth in order. Right. ZK, sorry. Welcome. I haven't even had a drink yet. Blimey. That's tomorrow. I live in Cardiff and 3 of my 4 days this weekend are going to be in Bristol. Tomorrow will definitely be leisure though. Right, if you see a pop-up for this, let us know what you think. It is quite windy, as you may see from the trees and the things, and it's, well, that's not the Alicante service at all, is it? Sorry, folks. I don't know if you'll get a pop-up for that one. We'll have a look in a second. must say it's windier than I expected it to be today. Slight crosswind. Should see the sock in just a second. Just on your right of your screen there. I think what we're looking at now probably is the we do have one in the distance now. Let's see if I can get that for you. Bit of manual focus required today. Looking at how much the tripod's shaking around here, I'm quite surprised actually how smooth things are. We're live from Bristol Airport today. We're testing out various new bits of tech, hoping for the best. What we'll do when this one lands, I will just balance the camera because we've got some extra equipment on here now which tips the camera. You can see the effects of the crosswind here. It's not insignificant. Nicely done there though for the T-tail there. Is it a T-tail? I think so. Right folks, if you can just bear with me, I just want to balance the camera. See it bouncing around just for a second. I think there's probably a good start for us. Did notice that the start of the weekend looked like quite a lot of business flights in today from various places. Not all of them will be on the listings that we have access to for our data source. So if you don't see any information about these ones, don't be surprised. I can't see the same information as you in the same way that you're seeing it. Although I do have a little monitor here when I can keep the phone open in my hand, but yeah, that gives you an idea of the sort of experimentation level that we're doing at the moment. We're hoping to bring this amazing combination of pictures and video to you. Another one on approach now. Up here, just sorry folks. Something about the lighting today is not pleasing camera, and I'm still not balanced there either. Blimey, sorry folks. This is what happens when we rush too much at the start. Let's push that forward. Right, let's try that. Let's try again. Again, I'm trying to film in a way that doesn't invade people's privacy here on their own land, so I do apologise if it's a little bit weird looking there. Okay, I think it's probably better if we come out for a wide shot there. We don't normally have people in the car for, in the field for long, so we will try and catch the arrivals in the coming hours. Good afternoon, Simon Kirby. Yeah, hey, Rugby World Cup, Cardiff. We're all about the rugby in Cardiff. Blimey, all happens there. And Simon, I hope we find you well today. We are just fighting with wind and weird lighting today, which is not doing the autofocus very well, which means I'm having to take my hands off of the other things to do with the tech. But let's try and see how this works out now. Another one on approach for you. So far, from what I can see, we haven't had any auto alerts pop up, but if anybody has seen one, can you let me know on the chat? Because I've frequently had to put my phone down to sort of deal with focus and stuff like that. Be good to know if it's working. There we are. I think we should have one now, which is the Alicante service in Ryanair. Echo India Delta Hotel Sierra, and it's a Ryanair 737-800. If that worked for you on the screen, let me know. Because I think that's pretty damn cool. And you can see an aircraft just turning on approach behind as well. Lots of refining to do with the tech, as you can probably imagine. Crikey. Come on, man. Right, let's put the phone away and try and concentrate on one thing, which is the bringing you planes. That's what we're here for, after all. Right now, making light work of this crosswind that we've got going on here today. Looks like much of the airline anyway should have in a second. With the EasyJet heading up to the end of the runway there. A couple of speeding dogs there. I'm having so much problem with other tech today, folks. I'm so sorry. Like, it's a combination of having a hand on the camera and a hand on the phone, keeping an eye on the other tablet as well. Hey, no one said it'd be easy, right? There's your 737-800 from Ryanair, looking beautiful in this beautiful weather that we are enjoying here up on the common. Let's give you a bit of a back to the arrival now. Work to treat, Danny. Thank you, Simon. That's brilliant. Thanks for letting us know. If you do see the signal going a little bit dicky from time to time, it will happen, but the system is designed to recover from it. It's your mobile conditions that are less than perfect. So just bear with us. We've designed the system to recover from that sort of thing, thanks to the benefit of some early testing. I have to remember to leave the plane kind of over there now, don't I, to allow room for the graphics. Looks like we'll have a departure after this. Slightly confused earlier as somebody had driven their car right into the middle of the common, which is not as part of the rules for Felton Common from what I've seen on the signage, so I was slightly surprised, but they've gone now. Looks like a Neo from this distance. Is that our Aviation service? It's quite hard to tell, isn't it, from this angle? I guess we'll see in a moment. All of you at home are way ahead of me, of course. Wherever we find you today, whether you're at home or in the office, welcome to Planecaster. It's a great pleasure to be broadcasting and to have your company today. My name's Danny. I'm your regular host. And when I say regular, I'm talking every Friday. We'll start about this time, and we'll be here for a few hours, let's put it that way. The weather very much has a bearing on it. Yes, it is the Aegean. Absolutely beautiful. And I think, you know, we might be matching Greece for weather today. It's absolutely stunning here. Right, so Kevin Turner's here, Alison Tidy, Simon and ZK, and anybody else who's watching, welcome to the show, welcome. We have a departure for you next. I don't have a moment to get that information for you, but apologies for that. Departures is the next thing I'm working on, put it that way. Right, okay, we'll now find out how how well I've set the camera up in terms of going for a high angle as the planes pass. Again, just I must apologise, we're just trying not to capture people on the camera too much. I'm doing a pretty terrible, aren't they? Oh no, but then they're walking right in front of the frame. Right, okay, let's try and catch this now. We can't dwell on that one because we have another one coming in for arrival. I've just got to make a technical fix here. Something's about to come off in my hand. I'm not even going to make the joke. I'm not even going to make the joke. I'm so tempted, being the child I am, to say the obvious follow up to that one. I'm not saying it. You've got to be grown up here, Danny. Come on now. Heat haze is quite substantial today. It's but there's a really keen wind, and it's quite a cool wind. So where I'm standing, I feel like I'm in perfect conditions. I think the top temperature up here is destined to be about 20 degrees, but there's definitely a wind chill factor as well. Having said that, I bet I'm getting a good tan. Camera's bobbing around, I'm afraid, because of the wind catching it. My exclamation, by the way, is in relation to the wind. I've turned down the front camera, so you probably won't be getting too much of the wind pop. But when it blows, it really does come quite harshly across here. Now that looks like a genuine Max to me. TUM registration? Yes. Yes, there you are. 737 MAX 8 from TUI. Hello, John Holdaway. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. Everybody's days are so busy these days, so it's great that anybody can find time to come and watch planes from here and do some plane spotting with us. Maybe a short break now before anything else is happening. That was quite the session there as we started. Normally I would be here, I think, probably about 10-15 minutes earlier than today, but traffic was its usual spectacular self. Next arrival I think we can expect, which is an A320neo due in around 12:49. That TUI service you just saw land was from Palma de Mallorca. And let's have a look. Yeah, so Alicante looks like it's first on according to my figures. Let's have a look on the radar box. All our data that you're seeing on the screen today is provided by the awesome radar box by AirNav. If you go to radarbox.com, you can see live planes immediately on the screen. It's all happening. You can also download their apps for free, and from your favourite app store. So that's what we're using here. All the data is coming from it. If the data doesn't pop up on the screen, or you see something that doesn't quite look right, it will be down to my programming, not Radar Box, I can assure you. It's a tricky thing trying to capture the aircraft, if you will, programmatically, and then display the information on the screen. So that's what we've been working on. So the Bristol to Palma departure that we've just seen is kind of gone round to the north of the airport, and is now over the channel. So it's an interesting the Bristol Channel, up at 10,000 or 11,000 feet. So it's an interesting pattern for departure. And that Palma is entirely the other way, but I'm sure there's a good reason for it. Looks like our next arrival will be the Alicante EasyJet. Currently at 3,000 feet, and that is the Neo 321 Neo that we mentioned. That is now, to give you an idea how far we're able to look with these beautiful clear skies today. Let's go, shall we? That's a start. Let's have a look. So out. Sorry folks, I can just about see it by eye, so to capture it on camera is actually quite tricky. I think it's about there. There we are. That's only just coming over the coast. Or was only just coming over the coast. all the shake you're seeing is the wind, I'm afraid. We've got some beautiful views of the sky. I will bring them to you. And we'll bring those to you. Just bear with us while we capture this land. Still a fair way out, this one. Enrique Martinez, hello, welcome. So I'm just getting an idea there that the signal is not 100% at its best. What I've done is I've moved my equipment bag somewhere else so that I'm not interfering with the signal. Could you let me know how you're finding that from this point forward? I'm seeing the occasional bit of flickering on the screen there. Oh my goodness, I don't know if you can hear that. I mean, the pilots are handling it admirably, but there is a fair crosswind. Or a fair wind, some of it crosswind. So for any of the data pop-ups that are happening today, obviously I'll review the stream when I go back, but if you'd like to feed back on it, it's contact@planecaster.uk, or you'd like to put a comment on the chat, please do, because I would love to know your thoughts. We're trying to do something a little bit different. Right, I'm just going to go over here again, try and avoid these people. Before we lose it entirely, let's see if we can get this. What a beautiful flying day, look. Your beautiful 321 Neo. I hear words on other channels that they are, because of the big engines, a little bit harder to deal with in crosswinds on landing, but pilot made lightweight of that, and I haven't seen any kind of particular specific examples of that I could point to. Simon, some periodic interference, Danny, nothing substantial. Thank you, Simon, much appreciated. The B-1B bombers at Fairford were jamming the video signals on the stream yesterday. It was pretty interesting. Well, that proves the technology works then, Simon. We just before, or just as I arrived here, did catch, I think it's an Airbus A400M from Bryce Norton. So I got some great footage of that, but it's on a short. So I'll bring that to you a little bit later today, or over the weekend if we run out of time. There's another bird here. Look. I am so not going to get a call from any wildlife programme, am I, with these skills? Anyway. Look at that tail. Look at the tails there. Pretty similar to what we got last week. This week we've got 5 different. If I just put that slightly tighter, there you go. Fantastic. There's a cheeky Ryanair in the background. We won't let that bother us. Right. Quick look at what you can expect. Courtesy of our friends at Radar Box. This information is so useful. We've incorporated, since you last saw this last week, we've incorporated the speed and altitude. If you see any of the data that's not available, the chances are it's probably on the ground already. And then what we've just got to do is work on the frequency that we pull the information and make sure that it's up to date, and it will make all of this stuff a bit more accurate. It's a bit long range, but we do have another one here. Out there a little bit. A question for you folks: would you tune in for a show of of literally overhead, nothing else, nothing too close, but stuff like this if it was a beautiful clear day? Because I'm thinking of doing it, and it feels, you know, if I can find myself a nice open space, I can capture some amazing traffic. I have to practice my camera work though, won't I? This looks like Ryanair, that does from here, but I can't get too close in. Or is it not Continental? No, of course not. New Bristol service to Marrakesh from 31st of October, I see, with EasyJet. What great news that is. "31st of October, you can go twice a week to Marrakesh with EasyJet. What a wonderful city Marrakesh is. It's absolutely insane. It's the maddest experience from the minute you come out the airport terminal to the minute you re-enter the airport terminal. But it's well worth a visit. It's a great city, and you'll have a great welcome there. I highly recommend it. Alison Tidy, Jet 2 just flew over me, LS 1816. Is that what I just got? Maybe it was. Okay, so I've managed to completely miss an inbound here. Not sure how. Oh, it's just a lightweight one, that's why. Sorry, not lightweight, general aviation, I should say. Lightweight. Where did that come from? Here are the people earning their money, their crust as pilots today, in this type of crosswind in the smaller planes. Fantastic. Hope you have a fantastic bank holiday weekend lined up. By the way, we are back here on Monday, about the same time, doing the same thing. So if you are inside, stuck by your desk and you can get away with it, switch us on and we'll bring you not just blue skies like this. I thought that was a bit clearer now, we'd be able to bring that to you. Beautiful scene up here on the common. Right, now not too much going on at the moment on the approach, so we'll keep the we do have a departure coming up there, as you can see here. We'll keep the camera on that for a moment. Next arrival in about 25 minutes or so from Lisbon, A320. That's how it's looking at the moment anyway. Wind speed is 13 knots here at the moment, gusting though up to over 20. The visibility 61 miles, wind direction 60 degrees from the latest report we have at 11:20, the 11:20 META, which is actually 12:20 META because of the clocks. Sky cover is clear, as you could very well see. Temperature now 18 degrees. Do while we have a second is just change this handle here, so that I can bring you better departures. Actually, maybe not quite that high. Let's go down there. Welcome to Bristol Airport, you with Planecaster. My name's Danny. We're here every Friday around this time for a few hours, and would love it if you could press the subscribe button if you haven't already, and press like on the stream because you'll be bringing it to the attention of other people. Fantastic, thank you so much. Just as Simon Kirby says, in fact. LS1816 inbound to you from Corfu, Alison Tidy says. Alison, you might have said that earlier. There is, I must also explain, which I will do periodically, there is a delay on the stream which we do for security purposes in conjunction with the airport authorities, which means that when you put something on the chat, although I probably see it straight away, you won't hear me respond to it for about 2 minutes or so. So apologies if it sounds like I'm quite slow to respond. I mean, listen, not the sharpest tool in the box anyway, but you will find that occasionally there is a delay, and it's actually not my fault. Right, let's see if this is that Jet 2. It'll get better as it gets nearer. Just hope you can hear that wind and you don't think I'm drunk. I think there you can probably see the effects actually. 737 is just having a bit of fun. bet you heard that. Looks like some more departures coming up as well. Jet 2 in the old livery, heading up there. Good chunky 737 departure in a second then. I think realistically, when it's 09 operations, you can expect probably much better takeoff footage from us than landing footage because of the distance in which we have to zoom. If any of that information, by the way, on the new screens pops up and is wrong, again, if you could just let me know on the chat, I will review it when I get back. And it's all about refining the stuff that I've written. Yes, Simon, absolutely. I'm still seeing quite dodgy... flickering around at the minute. Hopefully it's not ruining your experience too much. Double departure for you very shortly. I think I've seen some of the replay for some of the jittering around there. I think we were having an internet sharing problem there, so apologies. Oh, fantastic, John. Thank you. I think I do know who owns it, but I don't think, putting it in the most diplomatic way that I can, that they are particularly receptive to me being as, and certainly on the land, trying, but in expression of the opinion. I'm trying to say too. I really can't say too much on the stream, but I just do what I can really to be a good citizen, while still being able to do what we want to do here, and be a good citizen and respectful to the people whose land is in front of us. So we don't want to obviously capture them on the camera if possible. Anything you know though, John, any other locations where you could get us somewhere a little bit closer, you know, where we haven't got a fence in front of us and got a vantage point like this, I would be all ears, and my email address is contact@planecaster.uk. That's contact@planecaster.uk. Please do feel free to drop me an email on there, and love to chat further about it. Right, we'll catch the takeoff. When we have a second, I'll try and see if we can sort out the data issues we seem to be having. Apologies. That was pretty nice, wasn't it? And another to come from EasyJet. Just a few puffs in the sky, puffs of cloud in, absolutely beautiful. Quick overview before that begins its roll. We are lucky, very lucky today. Having said that, there are many times we don't get lucky with the weather here, and I'm sure that if you watch long enough, you'll definitely see that as we go into different seasons. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant again, John Holdaway. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. That one was just beyond my range, just beyond my range on the height. Let's see if we can bring you a bit of extended climb though. Yeah, the wind playing absolute havoc, I'm afraid. Another departure on the way, another EasyJet for us to observe. Yeah, talking about the one says can still remember the pea soup one, blimey, that was something special, wasn't it? That was massive congratulations to me for not checking the damn thing. Checking the damn meta and the TAF. Never mind. What I can do on YouTube, now that we've hit a few subscribers, is live. Actually, oh, light aircraft just coming in here. I can can go live on the phone, and the phone is not at all worried about getting wet or exploding in adverse weather. So as a minimum, what I might try and do is get into some different positions on, if I come down here on a Friday and the weather's appalling, I might try and just go live from the phone. Obviously you don't have the benefit of the zoom, but it means I can get into places that are far more fun to be anyway, and actually in the visibility. With the visibility problems, you would want to be close anyway. So got some ideas. Got to make the best of it, haven't you? How are we doing? 12 minutes past 1. I think next departure in about arrival, sorry, in about 10 minutes. Next departure in a few moments. That next departure, blimey, can't get it wrong way round again. That next arrival is the Lisbon service. That's an A320 CEO, and we'll see that in about 8 minutes. Is going to Krakow. I am still seeing a fair bit of interference. I must apologise for that. Thing that I think we normally enjoy a fairly interruption-free stream from up here, so I can only assume that the mobile networks are degraded up here at the moment. There's a couple of things we can do to turn the quality down, but I think we'll try and see how we get on today. Just let me know if it's unbearable. Absolutely. Blast a wind now. You can see it on the grass in front, hopefully, and on the vegetation. Although I am kind of appreciative that when I say you can see it on the grass, when a blade of grass flaps around in the wind, that doesn't really realistically mean that there's too much wind. Trust me, there's a fair old blast here. Just looking it up here, it's beautiful, folks. It's beautiful. Quick look over to Dundry Hill. Absolutely stunning. If we were at the other end, Winters Lane, which isn't really suitable for me to broadcast from, sadly, then you would see right across to Wales, I think, today, and it would be stunning, absolutely stunning. Yeah, Simon, that's a good call about heat. It is in the sun. It does tend to run hot anyway. I've got a little bit of cover over it, and I do have a comedy umbrella that I can put up if need be. Right now, though, we're keeping an eye out for our next arrival, which is our Lisbon EasyJet service. Just another matter in this sunlight, blimey. I know the worst thing is you can probably see it on the screen and I can't on this screen. Give it a second till I can find it on the viewfinder. I have got an additional sunscreen for this monitor, although the monitor is extremely bright. It would probably help today, however I fear it would turn us into an even bigger sail in this wind, so you might actually see me take off myself, which would make for a great stream, wouldn't it? Let's face it. Everybody's looking for that unique angle, right? There it is. Gotcha now. Welcome to Planecaster, folks. Join us at Bristol Airport. Easterly arrivals. It's Friday afternoon and we're looking forward to a bank holiday weekend. Well, some of us are. I imagine if you have to work this weekend, then you won't be looking forward to it particularly, and I apologise and we salute you for the work you do. I myself have done my time when it comes to working bank holidays, so thankfully I get to come up here and share a bit of plane spotting with you guys. Looks like a Ryanair heading for departure after this. Once again realised there was something I was meant to do earlier which I've completely failed to do. Also, never trust when it tells you it saved a post into draft. Because woe betide if you take more than an hour, it's gone. The draft forgotten like it never existed. Like it was just a figment of your imagination. Little subtle bit of crab in there and turns into the wind a little bit, but nothing unduly affecting this this EasyJet in from Lisbon. It's interesting, isn't it? And not that this is a particularly big occurrence anyway, but in all the captures I've had so far, we haven't caught a go around here at Bristol. We've not been filming when the weather's been particularly fruity, I will admit, but it's of course not that much of an unusual occurrence, but so far we haven't seen any here. I think we'll be seeing a departure from the Ryanair soon, but something else on approach, so let's bring that to you first. And if by any chance there are titles popping up on the screen and you're thinking, what does he mean something else on approach? Can't he see? And the simple answer is no, I can't see. Not unless I've got a little companion app that I've written open, but I have no devices in which to hold that at the moment, so that's another bit of equipment I guess I need to think about. Every week we'll refine this, I promise we'll get better. That's what it's all about. Test and refine. Looks like a KLM Embraer to me. Hopefully that's right. Like a popular aviation podcast that I listen to, I would like to say the level of accuracy you can expect on this show is roughly 50%. You'll never get any more of that. I wouldn't have thought. So take most of it with a pinch of salt. Well, I do think that might... Is that an Embraer? There's a certain look, a certain profile, and I'm pretty sure I'm right on that one. Right. Yes, I was right on that one. Lovely stuff. Right, just going to give you an overview while I take care of something here. Right, I completely take back what I said about Facebook and draft posts, as I was on the wrong screen. Like I say, 50% accuracy. That's what you can expect here. I better start getting a few things right, as I've got quite a few wrong. Afternoon, Love Aviation. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Interference seems to be getting worse. Apologies for the irate ranting. Host people. Graphics are pretty spot on. I've got my eye on things, but I'm seeing it on a delay like you guys are. So yeah, I can see it losing the plot a bit. We are recording this, by the way, so we can, if we miss anything pivotal, we can put it back on as a recording. Let's get this right here. The art of panning there, have we? What we can bring you though, is a couple of shots there. We can just find some focus on the camera again. It's absolutely lost the plot. You know, the irony is I bought an amazing broadcast camera so we could bring you shots without all the autofocus problems, and that really didn't work out very well, did it? Every day's a practice day, right? Another arrival on its way in. Do after this one lands, we'll just do a little pulling of the plug and see if that helps. Honestly, it doesn't seem that windy, does it, when you look at the leaves and the grass there? Maybe if you look at this. But if I had hair, I could have it flapping around majestically to show you just how crazy the wind gusts are here. But I don't. I'm afraid I don't possess it. And what little I had shaved off this morning, so not going to happen. Sorry, folks. So welcome back to these Jet 2 passengers arriving to beautiful weather. They won't be too upset with that, I would have thought. What I'm going to do now is pull out some cables, which means you might see a no signal message. I'm also going to shake this cable around. Right. Try and catch takeoff here, folks, and then I will have a little connect to our box and drop down the frame rate a little bit and see if that helps. Not the frame rate, the bit rate. My gut feeling is it's something we're just going to have to live with, but obviously we don't want this to be a regular occurrence. It's not going to help anybody if it's unwatchable. At least it's not raining. Got that right, Simon. And love aviation. Oh, sorry, whoever said that? Who said that? Love aviation. Got that right. Another departure to bring you. I'm just watching the footage, so I can just now see the departing plane that I just brought you. Looks like that didn't glitch too much, actually. Don't press buttons, it only makes it worse. Well, that's the story of my life, Simon. Don't get me started on that subject. Whoops. There we are. EasyJet departure for you now. Ahead of an arriving service. This EasyJet is off to Berlin, and the inbound that you're going to see shortly behind it, and it's really not far away, is Catania. What we'll do, we'll swing, we won't dwell on this takeoff because we've got that arrival for you. Good afternoon, Richard. Welcome to the stream. Welcome anybody who's new, welcome anybody who's been here before. It is so good to have your company on this beautiful day from Felton Common. I'm Danny. We are Planecaster. If you haven't pressed subscribe, please do so. It does the world of good for us. Thank you so much, and it helps other people find our streams. And or doing the like button as well does that as well. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome one and all. These are live, subject to a small delay, arrivals and departures from Bristol Airport. It is windy today, although it is a beautiful day. The wind is not particularly too evident on arrivals, but it is on me holding the camera straight, as you may spot. Touchdowns we've seen look really smooth so far. Perhaps it's because they know they're on TV. So it's funny, here all the departures are coming from straight ahead of me, but I still got that habit of looking behind just to be sure. See, we had some pop-up information, seems to work there, that's quite good. Look at this, you wait all day for a Jet 2. And they all come along at once. Boom, boom. Simon, see you soon. Thanks very much for your joining us earlier. See, now, nobody say anything, but now Simon's gone, the picture's working fine. I'm not going to make any connection there. Simon is fantastically one of our moderators, as is Love Aviation as well, and we really, really appreciate your efforts in being here. Thank you so much, both of you. There's so many things to do on the ground here, just me doing what I'm doing here. With my one pair of hands, to know that the chat's being taken care of so well is absolutely brilliant, and I can't thank you enough. Next arrival inbound, I can see it on the horizon. I'm not sure if the camera can see it yet though. And that is because it is a tiny little Blue Islands plane, an ATR 75. It's flight SI 484, and it's a 15-year-old example of this Blue Islands aircraft. There you are, it is there. Let's bring it in for you. Looks like the high wing aircraft picking up a little bit of the wind there. Oh my goodness me, this wind is outrageous. I've never had the pleasure of going on an ATR, but it's just occurred to me I haven't seen any Dash 8s here, and I guess that was a Flybe thing, wasn't it? Have been on a Dash 8, greatly enjoyed that. There's an example recently of one of them trying to land going around on Twitter at the moment, and that is like something else. Still gets it down though. Another arrival on the way in. Look at that, is that two propellers in a row? Or is that a... yeah, ATR 76 now. From Orony. wind here really is quite staggering. I am keep going on about it, but I've got to apologise for the shakiness of these pictures. We really would like to do a better job than this. Go wide pan there while we change something on the camera, folks. See if we can improve the image stabilisation today. We are asking a lot of the camera because we are zoomed in a good mile or so, I think, maybe a bit longer. However, we'll try this different mode and see if that helps. Quite a full Bristol airport that you can see here. We got 5 airlines last time, didn't we? What have we got there? No, there's not too much going on. We haven't got too much variety there. We want to try and get loads in one shot. That was always quite a fun shot to have, isn't it? No helicopters so far this week. There's your sock there with some context of the runway beside it to give you an idea of where the wind is coming down. So coming down the runway but at quite an angle. It's probably the best way of putting it. Inbound from Budapest via Ryanair coming up shortly. That is currently about to begin its turn on to finals. Love Aviation, I'm having a few problems with my volume, my side not yours, but can still see the chat. Great, fantastic. Hope you get that sorted. Technology, eh? Looks like we have a little light approach here as well. These do sneak up on you, I'm afraid. Rest assured, there is a runway there. Those planes are just very, very small. So the next arrival you can expect today is a Ryanair 737-800 from Budapest. Somewhere I've never been. If you have been, should I go? Is it worth going? If you're new to the channel and you don't mind doing so and you like what you see, if you could press the subscribe button, that would just be great. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Interestingly, if you'd like to be subscriber number 400 to this channel, the 400th Planecaster subscriber, you need to press that button urgently. That is a gold number in subscriber terms. Be part of our early story. You can be subscriber number 400 right in at the beginning. It's free to you, just press that button. Hello Matt Wade, good afternoon, how are you doing? I haven't spoken to you for ages, sir. Welcome to the channel. Just in time to capture a Ryanair 737, which is turning on to finals. We're having some enjoyable technical issues today. Matt, who you won't mind me saying, works for a broadcasting corporation, shall we just say, is adept at various types of streaming technology and various bits like that. So I'm sure you can appreciate some of the woes that and technical challenges that streaming live onto YouTube with a delay from a field near an airport does present. I bet the particular broadcasting organisation you work for doesn't have to put up with these problems. So whoever you are, whoever pressed the subscribe button just now, and I don't get many notifications, I only get the odd featured highlights of subscribers. You are number 400. Welcome to Planecaster, the Planecaster family, and you are very welcome. Thanks for joining us. A glorious day to I would say. Perhaps apart from it being a little bit bumpy. Our next approach is coming into view now. It's your Ryanair service from Budapest. Try and keep that as steady as possible. Stop the wind shaking it about. I think the stabilisation is doing something there, isn't it? Just got to make sure I keep it in frame. Otherwise your autofocus will lose the plot. Matt Wade always problems at every level, believe me. Matt, honestly, if you guys can't solve it, what hope is there for the rest of us? I think I need you as a technical consultant to come down here and see what you can do. Especially if your organisation's throwing out some old gear, if you know what I'm saying. So the 737-800 you see in front of you has just arrived from Budapest. I am sorry for the signal breakup that we're seeing a little bit today. The system is designed so it kind of recovers from it, but I do apologise. It must be very, very annoying to watch. We normally don't experience too many of those type of problems here, but it is all mobile network related. We're at the mercy of the mobile network, I'm afraid. Invested in a business level 4G service. There is 5G on the device we've got, but unfortunately that already costs a packet, and actually costs even more as of a month or so ago. So that is quite a substantial expense, so I can't at the moment go for a bonded solution across two providers. Inbound arrival coming from Thessaloniki, which is a Jet 2 service, and we do now have a departure, which according to this is from Geneva to Leeds, and is 75 cents. So I'm not sure if this was an earlier diversion, but it's on its way now to Leeds, LBA. We'll let that fly off as we do have another arrival, and then what I'll need to do is reposition my equipment so I can catch these takeoffs a little bit better. I can't quite swing round right behind the camera when we're capturing the planes flying away from us. Let's bring this forward. What you doing, autofocus, come on. All that crosswind practice paying off admirably there. In the circumstances today, the landings have all looked very gentle. Of course, we're not on the planes, we don't know, but to my untrained eye, it looks like nothing has been particularly rough. Might have a little bit of time now just to bring you an idea of the arrivals. Well, actually, having said that, a cheeky little departure there. Let's see if we can catch that properly. Just too high for wing round, folks. Sorry, folks. I don't even know what am I looking at there. What am I looking at? It looks different. Yeah. It's camera shy, that's for sure. Right, I was going to bring you some arrival information. There's another one right here, so we'll concentrate on that and bring you a summary when there's a little bit of time to put it up on the screen for you. I hope everyone's well. Hope the 4G is holding out today. Catch this one before wheels down, though, I believe. Or is that my imagination? So sorry about the wind, folks. If that helps with the wind. Problem we have here is we're just zooming in so far. There come the wheels now, I believe. I think for your comfort we'll just zoom out a little bit there, because it's just, it must be quite hard to watch when it's bouncing around all over the place. It is on my screen anyway. That's assuming you can see it, the 4G allows you. Matt, nice to chat. Must be off to look in the bins for old equipment for you. Good man, Matt. Not that beggars can be choosers, perhaps a bonded internet device where they've left the connections active. That would be fantastic. Send that down, that would be great. Lovely stuff from Ryanair there. Again, the crosswind not presenting any challenges that they were making too obvious anyway. Maybe a little time to bring you details of arrivals now. Look at that, I've put that up on, sorry folks, I'm going to have to cancel that and we'll bring that to you next, because there's a little departure sneaked up there, very sneaky, from Jet 2. It's hard to know how you managed to hide a 737-800, isn't it, frankly, but there we are. We'll come back to the to that. Not hanging around here. There you go. Even if the autofocus didn't, I think we did a better job of the filming on that one. 4 years later, practice makes perfect. Now, a couple of seconds to bring you the arrivals now, I think. Thank you to our friends at Radar Box for the ability to bring this to you. Oh, it was a Pilatus PC12NG, Kevin Turner. Thank you for that. That looked a little bit different to me. I'm not seeing too much that doesn't kind of fall into your regular aviation, your airliners as such, your civil airliners. But yeah, interesting looking plane, that. Welcome to our new subscribers who are joining us during the show. Another 5 viewer joined us. Absolutely welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're at Bristol Airport and we're filming and live streaming, subject to a very small delay, the aircraft coming in and taking off. We do it every week. As you can probably see from the steadiness, the wind has just died for a moment. Windsock kind of showing. It's quite variable on the crosswind at the moment. We're in a very, very quiet period, which is lovely. Actually bring you a half sensible landing there. I am seeing evidence that our picture is our 4G signal that of our live pictures has still been a bit of a problem at the moment. I do apologise, folks, I really do. It must be very frustrating. What we're doing is we're moving around. Every now and again, just to see if we can find a better spot for this. We'll see if that helps. Return of the wind, as you can hear. Bit of power, isn't it? Apparently. Oh, hang on. No. It's not too far away. No, because it's like this. Just to bring a second. Runway. Do it. It looks. Is all. Seven three. Quiet. Very sound leg off. More driving. Say goodbye to that one. Sound of a forthcoming departure, you might just hear that. Got the a fair old rate. Certainly sounds like it. Yeah. It's probably just an effect of the wind today. Oh man, that wasn't it. Right. You can see the ongoing problems with the internet connection. So what I'm going to do is reboot. It might help, it might not, but we should give it a go really. So stand by, folks, and we will return. If you're able to hear us at the moment, we're having some technical problems on the channel. We're just trying to make a change to our encoder settings to see if we can improve this situation. So please accept my apologies for the disruption. It is characteristic of trying to broadcast in a field, sadly. Please bear with us, folks. We're trying to fix some problems with our Wi-Fi connection. I'm not sure if you can even hear me with the dodginess of our signal today, but we are doing our best to try and fix it on site. Hi folks, if you did bear with us, thank you. I am hoping that you can now see pictures. We have sort of a variable level of success. We're going to soldier on for a bit longer and see if it helps, but please accept my apologies if it's unbearable. We'll obviously have to look at that and take that up with our network provider. Hasn't been a problem most of the time we've been here. Departure for you now. Just as a result of doing this, having to reconnect other things up again, so it's all a bit of a fluster, folks. Sorry. No, not that. I want to go to that. Wind has just temporarily died down again here, which is handy. There you go, a little bit of wind shear, I guess you'd call that. Not too severe at the end. Pilots, of course, trying to expect it and deal with it, they did. If I pan out here, you can see a very busy airport at the moment, lots of traffic in, so I expect we'll be seeing quite a few departures. There's actually quite a lot going on there. It looks like one readying departure. I'm just taking a look now to see how we're doing on the signal. I'll tell you now, if everything was as reliable as this monitor that I bought for the top of the tripod, so I don't have to squint in the little eyepiece or use a tiny built-in monitor that comes with it, it's quite incredible. I was told the batteries would run down very quick on it. It's a 7-inch, quite bright screen, and so I bought 2 batteries, and last week, and indeed the experience is this week, the battery is still showing 100%. Now I do hope it's not going to be one of those that just runs out and stops. Right. I've lost my live chat at the moment, folks, so if you are speaking on the channel, then just give me a moment to try and organise that. It's an Android tablet that I use, and I'm saying no more. That looked like quite the climb performance. You can tell on the tripod how far you have to kind of go down with your with the hand, and if it almost touched, and that was quite angle the most. Just show you the beautiful scene here. Take off another EasyJet. Sorry, I'm not too quick on the information here. My tail a little bit trying to deal with these technical issues. Here comes the tech back. Greetings from Nicosia. Doros Petos. Hello, sir. Welcome. Welcome to the stream from somewhere that sounds very nice. Nicosia. Is that Cyprus? Apologies if I've got it completely wrong, and that's hugely. Airbus on the roll very shortly. That's another one. Honestly, they're shit now. Who's climbed? This is. I mean, that's staggering. That is a. That seems very, very strong compared to some of the earlier takeoffs. Unfortunately, because of the angle, I can't really keep out on the outs there. Right, let's have a look. What's happening here? I think we can expect a flurry of departures soon. Lots here, as you can see. Right. I see we're still having problems with the signal there. Man, I must apologise, it's just so out of my control at the moment. Crikey, folks. If you're soldering on this stream today, then I absolutely salute you. And EE, I do not salute you, not today. Citizen Tower, thanks for streaming. I appreciate different airports, and I've always wanted to head out, but I look forward to more streams. You're very welcome, Citizen Tower, welcome. And we are normally action in this, so I do apologise. Aviation, you got anything? A few technical issues. I think it's to do with more demanding movement. So when we're sort of tracking at the moment, looking at it, it seems okay, but that's because we're not really putting too much demand on the bit rate. So I think what we'll do is we'll reconfigure the box when we get, and then if we can quality a little to in terms of a visual. Yeah, I can see that on the. Good, is it? Hopefully you won't notice it too much on the visual output, but the alignment on the network will be less. If I do a test now on the same network, it looks like, let's have a look on the up. Just spotted another arrival on the way. Hopefully you'll be able to see some of this, folks. Soldier on for another half hour and see if it helps. I will carry it. Right, you've got an uplift of 30 meg, which is way more than we need, so in theory it really should, but I can see it's absolutely lousy. So looking at it now, I can't see that it's absolutely, that it's remotely poor at all. It doesn't seem very useful at all. Yeah, try one thing quickly, just one thing. Bear with me, folks. I just want to rule out something simple like the HDMI leads. I don't think it is that, because I'm not seeing the effect myself. Hello, Mario Krukov, welcome. Great pleasure to have you here. Join us during a time where we're having a few technical problems visually, so I must apologise for that. We're not normally, in recent history, having too many problems on the display front, so please accept my apology. We're working through them. Takeoff coming up for you. Jet 2. Silver livery. Okay, so yes, greetings from Germany, says Mario. It is great to have your company, Mario. Thanks for joining us today. Right, okay, if you could let me know if this makes any difference. It's an HDMI lead change. It feels a little bit too simple that it would be an HDMI lead, but we can always hope. Departure for you now, and let's see if I can quickly find the details of that departure. Okay, it's a Jet 2, that's all I can tell you, folks, just for a moment. Arrival on the way. Now, keeping my eye on it, I'm not seeing any glitching yet, but I'm only looking at it occasionally. I will look at the chat in a second, folks. Let's see if I can get a position on that I can hold it for. There you go. I'll set up the idea there. There we are. I can see that we've put out an arrival. An arrival alert on the departure, but there we are. You can't have everything, can you? That's the thing. You can't have everything. Welcome again to our new subscribers. You are wonderfully patient people as we've been having some technical issues today. I think we're working through them now. It has been challenging. All I have done is change an HDMI lead, so I'm really hoping it wasn't something as simple as an HDMI lead. However, that remains to be seen. How's the weather in Cyprus, says Simon. We surely must be putting out a good competition for the weather today, surely. So it looks like we have another departure now, and then we have another arrival. Just see the faint speck of the arrival in the sky. The camera won't be doing anything with that, so let's concentrate on this takeoff. Let me know how the visuals are doing, folks. Really hoping this has helped. Propeller departure for you now. This arrival. If you are seeing that arrival alert over the departure there, that's just something that I need to work on in terms of the programming, really, and the coding. Our friends at Radarbox by AirNav have given us the most amazing data to work with in a format that we can use in my own. It's fantastic, but this sort of thing takes quite a bit of experimentation, because when you're setting up the code, you're looking on a map and trying to work out the ideal time for these pop-ups to come up, and then trying to work with the other factors. It's quite complex coding, but it is for me anyway. We'll get there though, folks. I think it's already starting to look really smart. Now we've got the pictures working as well, even better. Oh no, now I'm just seeing the pictures are going again. Blimey, I thought we'd got away with it then. I thought we'd got away with it. Oh man. Aegean departure to Athens. This, I think, was a Neo, was it not? had to let that one go there, sorry folks. Again, quite a sharp old climb, and I just can't get the pod round because there's a thing that sticks out to help me with this remote zoom button. Definitely have to configure it a bit. Wind definitely up and down. Another departure to come, as you can see there. Yeah, it seems when you follow a departure, then track back to the runway, then a bit tetchy. Yeah, Kevin, I think it is. I think what it is, it's the bit rate, isn't it? It's like at the moment, that's not what I'm like looking at. The windsock isn't putting a particularly large strain on things, although there is a little bit of movement of the leaves. But when more moves, it's definitely not handling. Oh, sorry, it's definitely not handling it very well, is it? I need to. When I get back, I will have a look at the encoder and see if we can change any settings on it. It may be that we can switch from 264 to 265, which is a little bit more efficient, if we're not already doing so. Well, I thought we were, to be honest. Just spotted. We're right in the wind doing this, folks, that's why. We're shaking about a bit. That and the fact is quite a long way away. Beautiful. Well, it has been a lovely day up here, even if the tech doesn't work properly. I got a lovely suntan for sure. I think we'll go on for a few more minutes. Coming in, actually, we'll catch his departure, and then if there's anything else coming in, we'll wait for that. And I think we'll call it a day and go and try and work out, lick my technical wounds, as it were, and try and work out what's gone wrong and how we can make it better for the future. We have been so blessed, to be honest. Yeah, I can see there it's absolutely rubbish, isn't it? Trash. Right. We do have an arrival, we do have a departure, so let's bring you both. And then I should disappear with my tail between my legs. Please, it is really worth pressing the subscribe button today, folks. If you haven't already done so, you'll get alerts. Press the alert button, you'll get alerts to find out when we're on next. We don't normally have problems where we are here. We've invested in a really decent connection, but unfortunately today, the technical gods, as they affect so many different streamers, have affected us. It's just one of those things that we have to put up with, I'm afraid. Won't dwell on that, because I think it's a helicopter coming in, isn't it? Bit of Airwolf for you. Not sure if you can even see it though, having said that. Breeze147, welcome. Thank you very much for subscribing. Really appreciate your joining us and subscribing, and anybody else who's done that. Welcome to the channel. We are going to bring you every Friday live here from Bristol Airport. We don't normally suffer from these type of technical glitches. Put you off. We have gone through an extensive testing phase in the winter to try and iron out most of these problems. Spent an awful lot of money on the problem, and we work, you know, things work pretty well, but there are always going to be times, as my good friend Matt, who came on earlier, was talking on the chat. He works for a major broadcasting organisation in the UK, and they're always having problems when they spend thousands and thousands, so it is just one of those technical challenges. I am but one man with limited resources doing my best, so do bear with us. We will do what we can to bring you a much better stream. Now, the next time we are here, let me zoom around here. Hello, here I am. The next time we will be here is just a few days on Bank Holiday Monday. We'll be here around lunchtime. We'll be doing the same, bringing you arrivals and departures here from Bristol Airport. Hang on a second. Sorry, folks. Keep interrupting myself like another certain internet streamer, but I know you won't want to miss the action, just in case you can see it on the stream there. I've been not able to spend too much time looking at the channel today because of the technical problems, but we really appreciate your chat and contributions, and we really hope you come back and do the same. Crikey. Good angle, isn't it? I think one's in front of the other there, but interesting angle. Right. Look at the time. I must go. Thank you very much for joining us today. I doubt you can even see me. I probably look like this, like the rest of the stream has. So sorry about that. We're going to work on it and see what we can do. Back on Bank Holiday Monday around lunchtime. Thank you very much for joining us today. Welcome to all our new subscribers. I'm Danny. This is Planecaster. We'll be back on Monday. Goodbye.